Hello everyone, I'm back again. I just got back in from taking Brian out. He had to go potty. The other two are sound asleep under the covers. They don't want out. And I don't blame them. But I appreciate Brian because Brian decided, hey, it's too cold for me to be lingering up out here. Let me do this real quick. And he did. All right, my friends. You know, I made the decision to stay here for another month based on the fact that the weather is so bad going over there the other day when I was going that, and not knowing what this van really is like out on the highway a long distance, not just 9 miles in and 9 miles back like I've been doing, but a long distance. With weather as bad as it was, I made the decision to stay put for another month because it would cost me a lot more money for gas because I know this, this is a V6. I thought it was a V8, but it's big. The wind catches it like, I'm not used to it. You know, I had Class C's that the wind didn't do this to. And this one really does a good job. It blows good. But anyway, I did make that decision. And I think it was the wisest decision to make. Also to move over here in this part. Okay, I thought, okay, I could go right back where I was. But I always liked the beach here. It just seems like it's more open. Just, I don't know, a lot nicer. And so I did make the decision to come over here. I figured I started off here and I'll end it here. I'm just, oh gosh. Looks like the wind is picking up a little bit because it wasn't blowing this much, say, 30 minutes ago. But that's expected. I am by water, and it's normally quite breezy then. So, I'm going to, okay, I've got several requests to talk about. And I'm going to try to get to all of them. Different subject matters. One being the strange things that happens to me. And believe me, I've had some strange things happen to me. And another one, another is my plans for the future. And am I ever going to settle down in a place? You know, things like that. Another is what do I have fears going and living this lifestyle? And no, I have no fears. I don't. And I'll start with that one. I'm not afraid. Now, if I was a fearful person, I wouldn't be doing this. I just would not be doing this. I've always been a person that, I'm not going to call myself a survivor, but I am a person that if something happens, I have been blessed with the gut feelings that I get that will warn me ahead of time. And if it doesn't, if it does not warn me ahead of time, I know how to protect myself. And I've got many different sources to protect myself, believe me. And I'm not going to mention all of them because that would be dumb. It would be. You know, fear is so destructive. When you're afraid, you don't give yourself an opportunity to do very much. You're afraid somebody's going to get in here and kill and rape me or what have you. Hey, if I had them fears, I wouldn't be enjoying my life. And fear takes away the joy of life. It does. Be cautious, be wary. Yes, of course I am. And more so than people realize. But I'm not afraid of anybody harming me. And I always feel this way. And I know I'm going to get some criticisms out of this, but it's okay. What will be, will be. If it's meant for me to have a horrible death, then it was meant for me to have a horrible death. Not by God, but by man. If it's meant for me to stop what I'm doing because of other reasons, that's it. Other reasons. And I'm not afraid of anything. I'm not. Yeah, I'm afraid of the water. Excuse me. And spiders. Not so much as of spiders like I used to be, because I used to be petrified of them. But I am afraid of spiders. Had a bad experience as a little girl. And, you know, it might have been like 70, let's see, I'm 75 going on 76. Might have been 72 years ago, maybe. Maybe 73, 72 years ago. Anyway, I did have a bad experience about spiders. And it wasn't my fault. It was my family's fault for freaking out. Because I was in my crib. And you know, Spanish people keep their kids in their crib until they're 6 years old. Okay? They give them a bottle of pacifier till they're 6 years old. I don't mean all of them now. Don't get me wrong. Please. Not all. But a lot of Spanish and Hispanic people keep their kids with a passy or a bottle or keep them in a crib. I mean, it's just their way, and that's okay. That's okay. But anyway, on my crib, there was a spider. My mama saw it, and you know, I just remember this so clearly, I could almost live it all over again. But my mother saw the spider. She called my uncle up. He was somewhere in the house. Screaming about a spider, a spider. It was a tarantula. Now, let me tell you, it was a tarantula. I didn't see nothing wrong with it. I was a little kid. I mean, I thought that was pretty cool. But anyway, they got like a coffee can. And my mama grabbed me out of the crib. My uncle pressed the can over and against the crib to get the spider out, off the crib, okay? All kinds of commotion. They put paper inside the can. They set the paper on fire. I'm remembering all this. And you talk about, why am I afraid of spiders? They made me be afraid of spiders. I probably would have loved them. I probably would have had a pet tarantula. But they scared me, and because they were scared. They were scared. So a lot of times people put fear in you that you really don't have. And, you know, by people saying, well, this can happen to you, and oh, that's putting these thoughts in your head. And those thoughts create fear. And like I say, I'm not a fearful person. The water, I've already explained why I'm afraid of the water. And it's just, it may be psychological, but I am afraid of the water. Oh, I'll tell you how I'm not afraid of things. As a little girl, my mother told me this story. I don't recall it myself, but my mother told me this story. She said that she was looking for me all over the house. Couldn't find me anywhere. Then she heard some ruckus in the closet. So she opened the door of the closet, and I was sitting there on the floor playing with a scorpion. It never stung me, never did anything to me. But I was playing with the scorpion. My mother totally freaked out. You know, all they could think is what might have happened. Obviously, it didn't. I'm here. But, see, it's things like that I'm not afraid of. I'm not afraid to walk up to a dog that is a stranger and appears to be vicious, because a lot of times it isn't that they're vicious, it's they're afraid of you. Of course I'm cautious. Of course I'm cautious. But a lot of times also the look on the dogs of fear, of violence, is because they're hurting. And you've got to find out why are they acting like that. Yes, I'm very cautious. Yes, I am. No, I just don't walk up to them and say, oh, come on, baby. No, I don't. I'm very cautious, but I'm not afraid of them. So fear is something that takes away your joy. And why would you let something like that take away your joy? Your joy from doing things you want to do, from going places you want to go, seeing things you want to see. Why? Fear takes away your joy. That's all I can say. Love all of you. Hugs and peace.